when I was a psychopath, when I was a very young child, I remember there was this one court case on, and it was her mother. It was a woman that killed her children, and my mother couldn't understand how that was the case. Like, she didn't really understand that. And they sentenced the woman to life, I believe. And I didn't really understand why they would sentence a woman to life for killing her own children. I didn't think she should go to prison at all. I thought that she had the right to kill her own children because she gave birth to those children. She brought those children into the world, so she has the right to kill them. I'm also a psychopath. When I hear about children that kill their parents, I don't think they should go to prison either, because something happened in that relationship that brought on that child to want to kill that parent or those parents. And no court or no judge could fully understand what emotional damage parents could do to a child, not including the physical or sexual damage, if there was any physical or sexual damage done. So I don't think any family member who kills another family member, when it comes down to parents killing children or children killing parents, should go to prison. Because I think there's too much emotional things involved. And that's what I thought about on my walk over here. And then I thought about how my mother once told me, and I didn't put this in my ebook. In the comments below, by the way. Or on the side if you're on TikTok. It's only $3, that ebook. Because I want to make it as cheap as possible for people to afford. I know many people don't read it anymore. They don't read books anymore, even. But my mother once told me, she told me a couple times, but things got so bad when I was a child and my sister was a child that she was looking at our apartment building one night, and she wanted to burn down the apartment building with us inside, and she just wanted to huddle over us and burn to death with us, and for us to all burn to death in the building together. I forgot when's the first time she told me that. I think it was in my 20s or teens when she told me that the first time. That's how bad my childhood was. A lot of us have really bad childhoods. But to get past that childhood, how do we heal when we're done with it? Well, a lot of us go to escaping by working out, becoming workaholics, becoming very intelligent, focusing on our education, jumping from relationship to relationship, binge watching TV and Netflix, alcohol, drugs, whatever we could do to get through that trauma or that childhood. But the thing that I found that works very well to not put on that suit of armor to protect yourself or to distract yourself from actually going inside and feeling or being in the quiet and the stillness to heal is IFS therapy. I'll put it in the comments below. Alice Miller, Gabor Mate. The 15 people. I put 15 people in the comments below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, you should go on my YouTube channel. You could go on the Instagram button on my homepage and click on the Instagram button. You could link to YouTube. I list 15 people there in the comments. Those 15 people. And to get to a point where you dissolve the self, where you become the present moment. And in doing so, you realize that it's not about you at all. It's about being connected to others, and being connected to nature, and being connected to all things. And you can only really get there when you become the present moment. Because your selfish desires, or your problems, or your trauma, or your past, or your worries, or your desires and your fears, they all disappear as you are the present moment and connected to all things and the stillness. And then all of a sudden you realize that life is just about connection, and connecting with all things, and connecting with people, and loving the people around you, and loving nature, and loving all things. And that's all it is. But the only way to get there is, obviously by doing the work, the 15 people that I mentioned, spiritual and psychological, 15 people on the YouTube. If you're on TikTok, go to the homepage, click on the Instagram button, go to my YouTube comments on the side, and really just gut biome, proper nutrition, sleep, stretching, like fitness, that kind of thing. And don't surround yourself around people that are harmful. Please try to surround yourself around people that make you feel good. However, if you get into a lot of Gabor Mate and IFS therapy, you'll start to understand that you're attracted to people because they remind you of your parents, and they're familiar. That's the familiar pain of how your parents raised you. So there's a reason why you're gravitating towards those people, or you feel like you're so damaged and worthless that only hurtful people will accept you. So you gravitate to those hurtful people, or you have so many commonalities with people that are also hurt, that come from trauma. So you gravitate towards those people that are hurtful or that come from trauma. Or you are completely rejected time and time again by these pretty people that have everything, that have the SUVs, that have the money, that came from nice families. They don't want to have anything to do with you because you're poor. You came from poverty. You're the weirdo. You don't have the nice clothes or the Nikes or whatever, so they reject you. So what do? You gravitate towards people that have lesser, people that also come from trauma and come from poverty. So you're like glue connecting to each other, trauma people with trauma people. And that's a real problem, man. A lot of that, I write a lot about that in the ebook. In the comments below, by the way, $3. Yeah, but like most of that book is about how like people reject you and they don't accept you, and people judge you, and it's about depression and going through life where you feel like you don't belong on this planet. And the only way to get past all that crap is to really get into the 15 people I mentioned below: nutrition, fitness, healthy gut biome, and just dissolve the person where you're no longer you, and you're the present moment, and you be connected with all things. And that's what it's all about, being connected with all things. And that's the beauty and the love of life. But you got to do the work to get there. Thank you so much.